Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is your boy Zealous here, and today we are going to be doing another race week hot lap challenge. This week the GP was around Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, so we're going to be jumping on to F123. I don't know if you can see in the background, I do have my VR headset, so we will be jumping into VR to do today's laps. I'm excited to see what kind of lap times we can put in, and let's just jump right into it. Alright, so as you guys can see, we are in the Mercedes AMG Petronas. I don't know whose car we're driving, but let's just jump right in and see what kind of lap we can do. This is my first time doing laps in VR. Oh, okay. I feel like a lot of this is gonna take is gonna be me getting used to this. And then the rest of it is actually going to be getting a lap. GP was as you could expect. Max Verstappen does what Max Verstappen does best. Just slap. Really sucks that Max is my favorite driver because all he does is win. It's like, yeah, it's cool. You would think I'd be happy about that, but no, I'd much rather have an interesting fight, you know? Really bummed about Piastri. That really sucked to see. I was really excited by his performance in the sprint race. And I was hoping that, you know, he would be able to pull some now. But the lap 1 turn 1 incident between himself and the Ferrari, Carlos Sainz, was definitely unfortunate because it took two cars that would have been running in the top 5 out of the top 5, out of contention pretty much at all. Like Carlos spent all of the race really just trundling around the back. But if it wasn't for Carlos's damage and Ferrari leaving him out for the rest of the GP, we wouldn't have gotten so much fighting between the midfield, because Sainz being out and him being that much slower, there was literally a train from Sainz to last. And once Sainz finally filtered through, that's when, you know, gaps are able to establish. But for all the drivers in that first stint, they all had to clear Sainz, and they were all being held by him because he had that 5% aero balance issue with the hole in his side pod. 510s through La Source and Eau Rouge. That's what I'm calling them. I'm tired of being confused. I feel, oh my goodness, dude. Oh, well, Gasly as well. Gasly did more than half distance on that soft tire. The fact that he was able to go half race distance, you know, like, honestly, if there was rain, him, George, and Lance would have been up good because they held out for as long as humanly possible to make their stops. And they just kept extending because everyone expected the rain to come. But it never did, unfortunately, because that would have made things more interesting. But because of that rain issue, Lando was able to take what was a pretty horrendous second stint on the hard tire, and because they pitted for softs because McLaren was confident that the rain would not last, he was able to just gain so many positions. I think when he boxed, he was pretty much at the back of the order. He was like down in like 15th or something crazy, especially compared to like their previous performances. Him being down there was pretty much a shock to everybody because they had just, I mean, they said it in the broadcast that they had geared the setup towards, you know, they had bet on rain, so they just piled on the downforce, and there was no rain, so they just had a moving chicane on this long Camel Straight. But they did have downforce for the corners, which is why Lando was able to put that move on, I forgot who he was, around the outside. I think it was Logan Sargent. If I remember correctly, I think it was Logan Sargent that he put a beautiful move around the outside of that corner that we just went through. I think it's called Ravats. Almost did an Esteban Ocon. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's sad that we can just expect a Max Verstappen W, but you know, maybe next season they'll go and try to throw some more upgrades on the car, and it just goes the opposite direction, so that there's some Formula One is more interesting. Or hopefully over the summer break, I know the teams are not allowed to work, but hopefully some upgrade packages come through where some other teams can start closing that gap to Red Bull.
One eternity later.
Alright, so that is going to be it for the video today. As you can see, there's a lot of terrible laps. My PB was 2 seconds faster. That's just generally just getting used to the VR headset. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.